Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, my fellow students. How are you today? I hope you are well, of course. Okay, so today we're going to talk about multiple charts. What is multiple charts? Well, actually, we already studied about this for the past 6 weeks about the charts. And that's why today it's actually combining all of them to present a data. Okay, without further ado, here it is. All right, multiple chart. Yeah, okay. What is multiple chart? Well, dari judulnya aja kelihatan ya. So this is the agenda for today. What is multiple charts, definitions of multiple charts, and also how the multiple chart look like, and what we can explain from the charts, and also, of course, the grammar, what you need for choice of words that you're going to use in explaining multiple charts, and then, of course, the exercise. Okay, first of all, what is multiple charts? Well, as a definition, we can say that multiple charts present two or more sets of interrelated data in multiple diagrams. Yeah, apa itu interrelated data? Well, it means two different information under the same topic. Ya, jadi bisa sebenarnya dia ada 2, 3, gitu ya, 4, bisa. But commonly people use two charts, ya. Okay, for example, it has the same topic. It's about citizens and employment, ya. Kemudian in data 1, it's an employment rate of citizens in the US. Meanwhile, the title of data 2 is average salary of citizens in the US. As you can see, it has the same topic, yeah, about the citizens and employment. Okay, now how the multiple charts look like. As I said before, it's a combination, which means that it's not only menggabungkan mereka, ya, connect, tetapi dia bersandingan gitu. So either you can use bar chart, line graph, pie chart, or table chart. Okay, let's see. For example, this is the combination between table and bar charts. Here in data 1, we can see the average salary of citizens in the US. So these are the data. And then for data 2 is in a form of bar chart. It's about the unemployment rate of citizens in the US. As you can see here, it has the same value, no, not value. Yeah, jadi semuanya itu tentang professional degree here, and here we can also see about the professional degree. And meanwhile in table, you can say the average weekly earnings. Ya, sementara yang di bar chart itu adalah unemployment rate. So which means that we can get two informations from these multiple charts. And then this is the example 2. You can combine between pie charts and also bar charts. The first one, in data 1, the title is Shopping Preferences of US Adults Who Purchase Online. And in the pie chart is percentage of US adults who shop online in 2015. Sementara di sini, ya, di sini dikatakan the classification denoting online purchasing preferences. Kok beda, Mem? Kenapa bukan tidak menyebutkan judulnya aja? Well, actually you can paraphrase them. Ya, paraphrase itu, let me remind you again. You can say in your own words, but it has the same meaning. Jadi boleh diparaphrase. It's not always must, ya. Tidak selalu harus plek sama seperti judulnya, tetapi bisa diparaphrase juga. And in data 2, you can say this is about the frequency of US adults online purchasing habits. Ya, as you can see here. Nah, ini contohnya aja, baru nanti untuk bagaimana cara buatnya for the next slide. Yeah. For example, 3, it's the combination between table and line charts. Yeah. For the table, we can see the year and revenue. Memang di sini tidak ada judulnya, but we can conclude that from data 1, it's about the total revenue created by complementary medicine over 3 years. Kan nggak ada medisinya di sini, well, karena dia sudah bersandingan, we can conclude bahwa it has the same topic. That's why that ini saya temukan jadinya. Okay, and data, oh typo, I'm sorry. Data 2, you can see the number of hospitals offering complementary medicine. Ya, ini adalah the number of hospitals. Jadi di sini menggunakan line chart. Ya, this is table, this is line chart. In table, the information is about the revenue, and in line chart the information is about the number of hospitals. Okay, now what to explain from the chart? What we have to explain? Well, the key principle to present multiple chart, it's not different with what we were already studied before. It's actually telling the main trends, ya. Apa itu main trends? Ya, main trends, main eye-catching info. For example, ya, itu the biggest or the smallest or the highest and the lowest, something like that. Okay, apakah cuma itu aja? No, of course not, because we have structure for that. Okay, here is the structure. Oh, main trends dulu deh, saya jelasin ya tentang main trends. So here in the pie chart, we can see the main trends itu biasanya kan yang terbesar tuh sama yang terkecil. Yeah, so the main trends is many US adults, about 37%, only shop online less often, and a small percentage, it's only 15%, love to shop weekly. Because the information that we can find here is about the frequency, ya. Ini tentang frekuensinya. So it's weekly, a few times a month, less often, and never. Jadi main trends-nya adalah yang terbesar dan terkecil. And also in this line chart, you can say, ini ada dua options sebenarnya. Kalau di sini disebutkan the number of hospitals that use complementary medicine increased from 1985 to 2010. Jadi lebih fokus kepada perkembangannya, ya, perkembangannya, kenaikannya seperti itu mulai dari tahunnya. Boleh juga kalau main trends itu, if you want to say it, you can say in 1985, ya, in 1985 it's about 2.5. Ini tengah-tengah ya kan? Oh, 2 nih. It's about 2% of hospitals use of complementary medicine. Meanwhile, ini berapa tahun kemudian ini? In 2010, or you can say 25 years to come, it increased into 40% of hospital has already used complementary medicine. Nah, gitu. Itu boleh juga, terserah sih. Yang mana aja. Jadi main trends-nya tetap adalah yang tertinggi dan terendah. Atau kalau di line chart kita bisa lihat progresnya seperti apa. Jadi kalau progresnya you can see there increased gitu ya. Itu tentang main trends. Jadi main trends kira-kira seperti itu ya untuk pengenalan main trends-nya. Mungkin in this meeting itu kita kasih istilah main trends. Kalau kemarin-kemarin kan dia basically the same tetapi belum ada istilahnya. Okay, now how to present them. So this is the structure. Yeah, this is the structure. The first one is introduction of the presentation. Jadi harus perkenalan dulu nih. Nah, perkenalan dulu. Biasanya kan sama kan kayak yang kemarin, tetapi bedanya ini kita mengatakan both of the charts. Ya, jadi judul keduanya disebutkan. Ini contohnya. Here we can see two charts. So this is multiple charts, pie chart and also table. And this is how you going to present them. This is the introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is a kind of addition, hanya greeting aja, but it gives much impact. Actually, it gives much impact to our presentation, because if we greet people, ya kesopanannya ada gitu loh guys. So here the pie chart shows the main reasons why agricultural land becomes less productive. The table shows how these causes affected 3 regions of the world during the 1990s. Ya, jadi di sini disebutkan guys. Nah, begitu, ya kan? Cuma di sini kok disebutkan tahunnya, di sini nggak ada guys. Jadi ini bisa di skip aja. Oke? Kalau tidak ada informasi tercantum, you don't. Tunggu, saya rubah dulu. Yes. There. Jadi seperti ini ya. Ya. So, yang dia gunakan di sini adalah dia juga paraphrase. Ini paraphrase berarti kan? Karena judulnya sendiri adalah Causes of Worldwide Land Degradation. Ya kan? Nah, jadi di sini dia bilangnya main reasons why agricultural land becomes less productive. So it is a kind of paraphrase. Kemudian the table juga diparaphrase menjadi causes affected how these causes affected 3 regions of the world. Nah, ini. Okay, that's the introduction. And then saya balik lagi dulu di sini. The second one is speak about the main trends of diagram 1. Jadi nanti kita akan one by one, satu persatu akan dijelaskan. So let's start with diagram 1. Here you can see, here you can see the pie chart main trends. Kita ke pie chart dulu. Is the biggest cause of land degradation worldwide is overgrazing. Jadi dia hanya menyebutkan yang terbesar aja. Why? Because the smallest one is other. Other. So perhaps this is not really tidak terlalu jelas. That's why tidak disebutkan juga tidak apa-apa, karena dia other aja. Okay. So that's the main trends for pie chart. Kemudian, nah saya balik lagi nih. Yang ketiga, ya, yang ketiga itu ini muka saya dari tadi kemana-mana. Step number 3 is elaborate, compare, or give example to bring more details in your presentation. Maksudnya apa ini? Well, ini maksudnya kita akan menjelaskan kembali. Tadi kan baru menyebutkan tentang main trends-nya aja. And after that, to make it lebih meresap gitu ya, lebih okay penyampaiannya, we should add, you can give example, you can give, tapi kebanyakan itu adalah elaborate. Elaborate itu seperti mengembangkannya. Nah, berarti kalau di sini kita elaborate itu seperti apa? Here disebutkan adalah yang posisi kedua dan ketiga. Tadi main trends-nya adalah posisi pertama, kemudian kalau di elaborate itu posisi kedua dan ketiga. And you can say 2 additional key reasons for the decrease in the productivity of agricultural land are deforestation with 30% and overcultivation with 28%. Nah, jadi ini adalah elaboration. Lah, elaboration-nya malah lebih panjang mem daripada main trends. Ya, because kita menyebutkan yang kedua dan ketiga, jadinya double guys. Nah, gitu ya. Nah, lalu kita ke step 4. Step 4 baru kita beranjak kepada diagram 2. It's the same, sama juga gitu ya kan, sama juga. We speak about the main trends of diagram 2 and then we elaborate them. Yeah, and then we elaborate them. But ini tidak masuk ke sini. Kalau bisa itu dikasih conclusion. Ya, kalau bisa itu dikasih conclusion. Misalnya apa ya conclusionnya dari ini? Nah, mana dia tadi? Okay, you can say that the conclusion is In conclusion, the region that is Europe, North America, Europe, sama Oceania. Ya, berarti conclusionnya bisa jadi itu adalah negara yang lebih pesat kemajuan teknologinya, atau itu mengalami land degradation. Nah, misalnya seperti itu kesimpulan ya, bisa jadi gitu. Kemudian udah gitu aja. Gampang kan? Saya ulangi kembali. Tunggu ya. Saya ulangi kembali, step 1 itu adalah introduction. Introduction itu yang disebutkan adalah judul kedua graph atau diagrams, kemudian speak about the main trends of diagram, kemudian you elaborate them, dan itu juga berlaku pada diagram 2. Explain first about the main trends, and then after that elaborate them, and don't forget to give conclusion. Ya, nah itu. Jadi kalau misalnya kita jadinya tidak terlalu panjang ini loh guys ini. Ini digabungkan saja nanti. Oke, so kalau digabungkan menjadi seperti ini. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The pie chart shows the main reasons why agricultural land becomes less productive. The table shows how these causes affected 3 regions of the world. In diagram 1, we can see the biggest cause of land degradation worldwide is overgrazing. And moreover, 2 additional key reasons for the decrease in the productivity of agricultural land are deforestation with 30% and overcultivation with 28%. In diagram 2, we can see that Europe had the highest percentage of degraded land. According to the table, 23% of Europe's agricultural land was affected by these damaging practices. Oceania was in the second position with 13%, and North America experienced by far the lowest level of productivity loss with 5%. In conclusion, the region, ya, ini saya tambahkan sendiri. In conclusion, the land degradation happens more in Europe because the continent has development more than others, more than other two, gitu ya. Nah, itu bisa jadi. Udah selesai gitu aja. Okay, now we've come to transition words to deliver the idea smoothly. Jadi ini lebih kepada vocabulary that you can use to explain the multiple charts. Here we can see the adding. Adding means berarti menambahkan contoh, and also as well as moreover, to, furthermore, in addition, additionally, plus, and along with. I'm going to talk about moreover and furthermore lebih lanjut. Kalau moreover itu maksudnya kita memberikan alasan kedua yang berbeda dari alasan pertama yang kita berikan tadi. Jadi ini udah alasan kedua. But if you use furthermore, itu adalah menjelaskan alasan yang pertama tadi dengan bukti yang lebih banyak misalnya. Nah, itu disebut sebagai furthermore. Kemudian for sequencing means that we are going to tell about the steps ya. Jadi kita menggunakan ordinal numbers. Pakai first, second, third, finally, next, before, after, then, and subsequently. Ya. Kemudian ada emphasizing. Emphasizing is menekankan. So for example, if you want to emphasize about something, misalnya ini persenannya terlalu timpang dengan yang lain, you can use this one. Above all, in particular, especially, significantly, indeed. Nah, this is my favorite word actually, indeed. Jadi kalau orang ngomong itu bukan bilangnya, oh yes, right, gitu kan. Coba kita lebih sophisticated, you change it with indeed, benar gitu. Iya benar, indeed. And then for contrasting, contrasting itu biasanya kita gunakan untuk menyatakan kalau misalnya dia berlawanan. For example, tadi menyatakan yang tertinggi dan terendah gitu ya kan. Jadi itu kan contrasting. You can see, you can use one of these words. However, whereas, instead of, nevertheless, alternatively, otherwise, unlike, on the other hand, conversely, and yet. Conversely menarik nih guys. Converse itu kan berarti berbalik atau berbanding terbalik gitu. And then comparing. Comparing means that we are going to compare. Jadi membandingkan satu dengan yang lainnya. We can use similarly, likewise, as with, just as, like, equally, not only, but also, and in the same way. Ya. Kemudian untuk cause and effect. Ya, ada cause and effect, menyatakan sebab akibat. Nah, I think you all knew about this already ya. Tetapi mungkin untuk kata-katanya lebih kita gunakan yang lebih canggih sedikit gitu ya kan. Kalau dulu cuma menggunakan because atau so gitu ya kan, why not try to use more sophisticated word like consequently or as a result gitu ya kan, due to. Kemudian ada thus juga. Thus itu sebenarnya that's why. That's why kan karena kalau di bahasa formal itu tidak boleh dipakai that's why karena dia ada apostrofinya atau koma di atas. Jadi kita ganti menjadi thus. Ya. Kemudian ada exceptions. Exceptions means pengecualian ya. Kemudian ada illustrating. Illustrating means kita memberikan contoh ya. For example, such as, for instance, in the case of, as revealed by, illustrated by. Nah, ini bisa dipakai semuanya. Cuma harus diperhatikan lagi. Kalau for example, itu kan bisa menyebutkan. Sama aja. Right. Kemudian untuk arti-arti yang lain, saya sarankan, ini kalau memang tidak tahu arti katanya, nggak saranin deh, tidak disarankan, but you must find out the meaning. Ya, cari di kamus. Now, your turn. So this is what we're going to do today. You are going to explain this. This is the multiple chart ya. Tadi ini sebenarnya udah saya diperlihatkan di slide kedua apa ketiga tadi ya. Udah disebutkan. Now it's your turn to explain them. Ya, silakan di-explain ya. Ini menjadi weekly task kita. Nanti akan saya upload juga di learning ini. Ya. Jadi yang akan dilakukan adalah benar-benar mempresentasikan ini seperti biasa. You record yourself and then send the link to e-learning as usual. And please pay attention to the pronunciation because as I said before, we are in spoken language. Ya, kita belajar tentang spoken language, which means kita ngomong kalau misalnya pronunciation-nya tidak jelas ya, or articulation is not clear, people can't catch what you said. Jadi orang nggak bisa lihat menangkap apa yang kita omongkan gitu kalau pronunciation-nya udah salah. So please pay attention for the pronunciation. Kalau misalnya nggak yakin gitu, it's okay using Google Translate gitu hanya untuk mendengarkan. Oh ini cara bacanya seperti ini ya gitu. No problem. Kan banyak sekarang ya pendukungnya gitu, app-app yang bisa kalian pakai. Kemudian yang pertama tadi pronunciation, yang kedua adalah intonation. Ya, jadi jangan datar aja kayak baca gitu ya kan. Nanti juga orang yang dengar audiensnya bakalan bored juga gara-gara itu. Apalagi kalau misalnya ada penekanan, ya jangan lupa menggunakan penekanan dalam suara gitu ya, dalam intonasinya. Oke, pronunciation, intonation, choice of words, ya, choice of words. Kalau bisa pakai kata yang canggih itu why not, tapi sesuaikan dengan audience memang ya. Kemudian yang ketiga, yang keempat, jangan lupa your body language. Apa yang saya maksud dengan body language ya, jangan sampai cuma baca doang kayak gini, or videonya yang cuma nampak jidat doang, aduh yang itu tuh. I don't want to see your forehead. I want to see all of you. I mean, I want to see all of your upper body part ya. Maksudnya itu bagian wajahnya itu kelihatan semua. Jangan jidatnya doang. Ya. Kemudian ya itu. Dan yang pasti kontennya harus benar ya. Kontennya harus benar. Okay, I think that's all for today. And if you have question about this, you may contact me. We have this WhatsApp group, and then we can discuss there if you want, something like that. And I think that's all for today, guys. I will dismiss this class. Good night, everybody. And don't forget to work on your quiz as well. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.